Well, the Biden campaign taking a new approach when it comes to all of the legal drama unfolding there in New York. After largely ignoring the proceedings for weeks, Biden allies showing up outside the courthouse in Manhattan this week, attempting to grab some of the spotlight. You see right there, well-known actor Robert De Niro, along with former police officers who were among first responders during the Capitol riot January 6th, using the moment to denounce former President Trump in the strongest terms. Washington correspondent Joe Khalil is live at the White House. And Joe, is this the beginning of a more pointed approach from the Biden camp?
It absolutely is, and they're not shying away from that. They have explicitly said in campaign memos that this is now going to be a new phase for this campaign, one where they focus more on the former president, on who he is, who Donald Trump is as a person, and what 4 more years of a Trump presidency would look like, rather than the Biden accomplishments. And in their own words, they say that they're going to try to point to chaos and unhinged theories, unhinged campaign promises that Donald Trump is making in this new phase. And we sort of saw it yesterday as they took advantage of the fact that you had all this media and all of this attention around this trial in New York, sending out campaign surrogates like Capitol police officers who defended the Capitol on January 6th, like Robert De Niro, someone who you'd be hard-pressed to find a more high-profile surrogate than him, going on the offensive in very personal terms, really criticizing Donald Trump in a visceral way. This is what De Niro said just yesterday.
We'd forgotten the lessons of history that showed us other clowns who weren't taken seriously until they became vicious dictators. With Trump, we have a second chance, and no one is laughing now. This is the time to stop him by voting him out once and for all.
So, Nichole, look, the White House operation, remember, is very different from the campaign operation. So there are still lingering questions. Is President Biden going to comment on this verdict when it comes down himself? We don't know. We have been told that that is still an ongoing discussion behind the scenes as to what exactly President Biden will or will not say. You can expect there certainly are going to be some kind of comment from the campaign when this verdict comes down, no matter how it comes down, guilty, not guilty, hung jury, or what have you. We just now got word that on the airplane, President Biden is on the way to Philadelphia for a campaign event, and Karine Jean-Pierre, mid-flight, got asked whether President Biden was going to make any comments today about the trial. She said here, and I'm quoting, that he is going to be focused on the American people. So that is not an answer one way or another. But the White House also going to have to contend with this as the campaign, again, kicks it into overdrive, tries to get more aggressive in its rhetoric toward Donald Trump. And they say, especially between now and the first debate, you are certainly going to see the campaign make that shift, Nichole.
All right, absolutely. Joe Khalil live for us there in D.C. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.